Right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Yeah. Thank you for your energy. Awesome. So, thank you. Thank you. Just time to move towards the close of our day. How many of you guys have learned something today? Wow, everybody. And how many have had a little bit of fun while you've been doing it? Awesome. And how many of you have made some new connections? Fantastic. So that's what it's all about here today. So if you remember, so in a moment we're going to ask the speakers, the ones that are left, to come back onto the stage and share their final thought for the day for you. All good? Yeah. Awesome. So we're going to do that in just a minute. So if we can have the speakers make their way to the stage. But before we do that, we're just going to have a quick review. What's the word, please? Review. Thank you. So we're going to have a quick review. So Rob, if you want to just take us through just the 4 things that we got up on the board at the beginning, and I'm going to ask if each of you guys, if we covered it, to raise your hand. If we didn't, don't. Simple enough? Yeah. If we didn't cover it, you can talk to the speakers about it in the Q&A session at the end. Okay? Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. Rob, over to you.
So, many hours ago we started, and somebody asked us a really good question. Which coins to invest in? Did you get answers to that? Raise your hand.
All right, that looks like just about a majority. Just one more time so we can see if that's crossed off or not. That looks like a good one. Okay, we can cross that one off, Rob. Good job. All right, thank you. So that's the first one. The second one, we talked about investing in fiat or regular currencies as we know them versus crypto. Did we talk about regular currencies and crypto today? Just by a show of hands, yes or no? Okay, I think that's a yes. It's just over half, I'd say. Good. All right, so we can. If you feel you have some more questions about the topics and you feel it's not answered, do come up and ask the speakers in the Q&A. Rob, next one. Fiat versus crypto, yeah.
Okay.
So will crypto replace...
The question was, will crypto replace the dollar?
Or in this case, just money generally.
Or fiat, actually, general cash. Was that answered today? Yes. Please raise your hand
yes
if
or no?
It was.
Some of you, who thinks not, just so we can see? Once again, who thinks yes? I think probably we leave it off. So that one doesn't look like we covered that today. That's fair enough. Again, if you have further questions, ask the speakers. And finally, on tax. Did any of our speakers talk anything about taxes today? Not really. Okay, fair enough. So we covered 2 out of the things that we had time to cover from you today. So do bring your questions to the speakers in the Q&A. So do we have our speakers in the building? Yes, we've got a couple of them there. Good. So I'd like you guys to give a very, very warm welcome back to the stage to all of our keynote speakers. Round of applause. And thank you. Thank you. And I'd also like to ask and invite one other very special guest today to the stage, our program director for this event and all the cryptocurrency events in Europe. It's Ms. June Yoon. Thank you. All right, so just before we hear the final closing words from our speakers, thank you for joining us, fellas. Before we hear those closing words, there's one other order of business. Can you remember what it was? Lucky draw, good job. All right, so we do have a lucky draw, and I believe it was for the Millionaire Mind tickets, is that right? Yes, so where's the lucky draw box? Right over here, good, thank you. Someone's been very resourceful. So, would it be okay if I asked for a volunteer to come up on the stage and draw for the winner of tonight's lucky draw? Any volunteers, please? Yes, come up, please. Give him a round of applause. Good job. Okay, what's your name?
Alex.
Sorry?
Alex.
This is Alex, everyone. Say hi, Alex. All right, Alex. So without looking at the names, if you could pick out our lucky winner for the pair of MMI VIP tickets. And the winner is, thank you, It is. You might want to help me pronounce it in case it's, is it Marte Wachter? Is that right? Marte Wachter. Do we have that person here? No. What do we want to do about that, June?
Okay, can I have a permission? Can I have a permission to make every one of you is a winner? But I cannot have all you VIP. I will invite you guys as my guests for a premium ticket. Is that okay?
Yeah. Wow.
Okay. As long as later before you go off, take one of the form from me. I will invite you to join Millennium Intensive in Okura Hotel on 22nd to 25th of February.
Wow. June, that's incredible. Wow, give that a round of applause. Yeah. Wow. Thank you so much. Good job. Thank you. Thank you. So June, just remind me, what is the value, the face value? If you buy that ticket today, what is its value?
It's 149.
199 euros. Give her one more round of applause for that generosity. Good job. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Good job. All right, so finally then, we do have... Thank you. Awesome. So would you guys like to hear the final words from our keynote speakers? Yes. Come on, give them a level 10 energy. Would you like to hear? Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Awesome. So Cecil, do you want to go ahead?
Yeah, I didn't mention this today in my talk, but usually at the beginning I talk about one of the things that's made me successful in life. And one of those things is taking action. You know, I think if you took action to get here, but then there's another step, there's another baby step, there's another action you can take. What is that action? And I want you to reflect on that today. What is that action you're going to take when you walk out the doors that has the potential to change your life, your financial future, so on and so forth? And I want you to think about that before you leave today. What's that action you're going to take? Because action is very, very important. So thank you so much for having me here. I love being in Amsterdam, and I hope I come back someday. Thank you.
Good job. Thank you. All right, Connor.
Yes, again, here, I love it here as well. I got a lot of friends here that wanted me to visit, but I had to stay for you guys, so that was very important. I really didn't get to explain too much of my story, so I'm going to be a little bit transparent. I made it work. I made it work. I had to sleep in my office. I slept in my car. I used all of my rent money, my grocery money. I skipped meals just to go into cryptos because I failed at 3 other businesses. And I was like, I'm not going to let this shit happen again. And guess what? I made it work. And so if you commit to it, you let your body go all the way through, God, the universe, whoever, it's going to guide you. And it made it work for me. So all I ask for you is put in some commitment. And for the next 2 to 3 years, become a winner.
Thank you. All right, Ken.
My advice would be cryptocurrency is here to stay. It's a little bit uncomfortable right now. But I can remember in the early days of the internet, also it was a bit uncomfortable for a lot of people. And now we can't live without it. You need to get your feet wet. You need to get involved in some way.
Thank you. Awesome. And finally, Richard Tan.
First of all, I want to thank every one of you who spend your Saturday here. Thank you for your time. Yeah. So I just want to say, you fight for your dream, and your dream will fight for you.
Wow. Yes. All right, and just final thing, I think we have another gentleman to thank. He's a homegrown hero, your very own co-host, Mr. Rob Alders. Round of applause. That's it. All right, thank you. Before we wrap it up, there is one last group of people that we need to thank. And these people came here this morning not knowing what to expect, and they've stayed here right to the very end. So, of course, it's yourselves. You put in the effort. Give yourselves the last round of applause. Well done. Thank you. Awesome. Good job.